Hey folks, I'm Hugh from Carroll Sausage and Country Store. Cooking is my passion, and if you're looking for the best recipes from the farm to the table, then you have come to the right place. So pull up a chair and let's eat. All right, well, welcome back, folks. Hey, this next recipe I'm going to go over with you guys is called a lasagna pie. It's something that I kind of formulated by just putting several ingredients together. We're not going to be using the old-fashioned lasagna noodles like we normally do in a lasagna. I'm going to be using a Carroll's sausage meatball mix for the topping on this thing, which basically I'm going to mix all that up here in just a few minutes after I get everything else going. But that's going to be our topping, and this is available at the store, and it makes really good sausage balls too, but we'll get into this here in a minute. But this recipe is going to be ground chuck, fresh ground chuck. I'm going to use 1 pound of fresh ground chuck. Andrew at the store got this together for me yesterday there in Ashburn. Let me take the lid off. Kind of break it up in here a little bit. I already got the pan heating up here, the pot. Now you can do this in a skillet or a bigger pot about this size, which I like because once I get my meat ready, I can put the other ingredients in here and mix it all together without messing up the whole kitchen. I'll add a little bit of water. I like putting a little bit of water in mine, sort of help steam it out a little. Put about 1/4 of a cup. Oh yeah, it's simmering down. Okay, now this is fresh. Like I said, 1 pound of fresh ground chuck. Now I'm going to use 1 pound of fresh, mild pan sausage. Carroll's pan sausage. We make this in about 20 or 30 different flavors, I think, right now in the pan. We got we got the jalapeno and cheese, which that would be real good in here. You can even use our beef pan sausage would be good in this recipe. That's a mild pork pan sausage I'm using there. So we got 1 pound of pound of ground chuck. I'm gonna crank the heat up on this a little bit here and get it back simmering good. I'm gonna add about 1 cup freshly chopped onion. I like bell pepper in it. I like to use the red bell pepper, but unfortunately I forgot to pick any up yesterday when I was in town, so I'll have to improvise today and just not use any. But now we got this here going. I'm gonna let that sit here and simmer down good, put the lid on it. The water helps steam it, and actually the water will also help cook it. It'll make it cook a little bit faster too. Lay that over there. All right, next I'll go ahead and get our topping mixed up. This is like I said, this is our sausage ball mix. Miss Ginger Butts out of over near Hawkinsville has a nice little store. She makes this for us from scratch. It's all milled right there at her place, grown. All the flour, all the weed and everything that she puts in, it's all grown right there on her farm. She'll be on it. You'll see her on some of our shows coming up. She loves to come cook with me. I'm gonna use a whole bag of the mix. Then I'm gonna start adding in. The recipe calls for, I think, a 1.3 cups of milk, but I'm gonna use a little bit more than that because I want this to kind of be a little runny, so I can pour it over the top of the. I'm gonna have to add a little more milk than that to it. Let me go ahead and put my eggs. I'm gonna add a couple of eggs. Oh, get this out of the way here. Add a couple of eggs. You just want to blend all this up real good. Get that out of the way. This is an old, basically an old-timey type mix, sausage ball mix. There's And it's very healthy for you too. It's made in Georgia, grown in Georgia, and she's Georgia grown. Miss Ginger Butt's out of Back to Basics. All right, add a little more milk. That's almost 2 cups of milk there that I've added so far. This will make a real nice crust on top of this lasagna once it gets ready. Let me get this here. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this continue to cook for, you know, it takes 5 or 6 minutes, I guess, to kind of brown this really good. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Once I mix all the rest of the ingredients together, I'm gonna pour it into about a 9 by 13 baking dish, or a lasagna dish if you want to call it that. This same meat mixture that I'm using here though, with what I'm adding, you can also do the noodles if you would like. You can add noodles. I don't know if y'all can see that there or not, how it's beginning to brown up really good. Oh yeah, we're cooking now. Those onions are starting to get, they'll start tendering up just a little bit. Oh yeah, here we go. Put the lid back on here. A few more minutes on that. We'll finish mixing our topping up. We'll have this recipe, will be available on our Facebook page. And hopefully if you don't catch all of it, you can look us up on YouTube, find us on YouTube as well, or check out the website, carrollsausage.com, or shoot us an email, shoot us a message on Facebook, check me out, Hugh Hardy. Send me a message directly on my Facebook page. I answer a lot of questions quite often with some of these recipes that I cook. I got that ready. This here is, I believe we are getting ready to drain this here a little bit. All right. I'm gonna set this over here, and I've got a bowl in the sink here. I'm just gonna drain this off real quick. And there we go. You don't want to run that, you want to make sure you do drain this into a bowl or something. You don't want to do it right in your sink. So. Okay. Mixture's ready. This is good. And I'm going to start adding the other ingredients to it. Let's see, I've got a 1 can of chopped tomatoes. Now, drain most of the juice off this. You don't want a lot of juice in it. And I'm using a fire roasted seasoned tomato. That's optional. You can just use a plain chopped tomato if you want. Oh. 6-ounce can of tomato paste. I'll mix that in there a little bit there with it. Yeah, there we go. All right. We're going to use, of course, we got to put a little bit of salt, maybe a teaspoon of salt. Add a little bit of black pepper, half a teaspoon or so of black pepper. We've got about a half a teaspoon of basil leaves, dried basil. And I've got about a teaspoon of oregano, dried oregano. Starting to smell good. 1.5 cups of ricotta cheese. See what I'm doing here, I'm mixing all this together. Kind of let it all just blend. I've got some more cheeses there to add, but I'm gonna get this ricotta in here, just mix it up just enough to where that ricotta cheese is kind of blended and mixed into the rest of the meat here. It's starting to come together. Yeah. All right. It's a pretty easy recipe. I mean, you know, most of the ingredients are real easy to find. A lot of it, I keep most of this stuff, you know, on hand all the time. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and add, this is mozzarella mozzarella cheese, if I can say it. About a cup of mozzarella. I'm gonna save some of this cheese. I got about 2 cups of grated sharp cheddar cheese. You can see here, my favorite, hoot cheese. Got that at the store at Carroll's. It's awesome. So I'm gonna save a little bit of that to go on top once I put my topping on. I'm gonna go ahead and add about 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup or so of some Parmesan cheese. I'm just gonna mix all that together. Spatula here. Oh yeah, boy, it's coming together now. I'm gonna mix this mixture together. Like I said, if you wanted to do the noodles, you could do the same thing and layer it with the meat, this mixture, a little layer, lay the noodles, a little more, you know, just work your way up just like you would a normal lasagna. But this is a little bit different with the crust we're putting on the top. It's just something different. You know, we all like something different. All right, I'm gonna pour the mixture in here. Get all that out. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's cheesy. Just kind of spread it out. We are open 8 to 7 in Ashburn at Carroll's, 7 days a week, 9 to 7 in Sylvester. Closed on Sunday in Sylvester at Carroll's. We're not too far from anywhere, so you guys get ready for some good stuff. Come see us. We got 50-something varieties of sausage and a full line of beef and pork, and all kind of good stuff. Jams, jellies, you name it. And a lot of recipes. I got all my recipes are on sheets from the prior shows and other segments and things we've done. So ask for those while you're there. Pick up some good stuff. All right, we got our mixture here ready. Pour that right over the top. Yeah. If I'm making a mess there or not. There we go. Set that over. Okay, I'm just going to spread this around to cover up. Get it good and even. Oh yeah. All right, and now I'm going to top that off with some cheese. A little more of this shredded sharp cheddar. And only thing I was missing was the bell pepper. So don't forget the bell pepper. When you do this at home, it does make it better. Of course, you don't have to put the pepper in it, bell pepper in it, but it does make it taste good. There we go. Hugh's lasagna pie. 350 degrees. I'm gonna cook this for about 45 minutes to an hour. Just kind of keep an eye on it. You don't want to overdo it. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Watch all these dishes.
Goods of Pecans is your family-owned source known for growing pecans with exceptional taste and quality. Now introducing a variety of all-natural pecan butters alongside their toasted gourmet treats. Taste for yourself their flavors of cinnamon, sugar, sea salt, and brand new sriracha. Don't forget to put pecan butter on your shopping list this season. And remember to shop Georgia grown. Visit goodsofpecans.com to learn more about the products, view recipes, and to purchase pecans and pecan butter for your family.
Wind down your weekday at Gin Creek Vineyards. Step inside the old pack house to sample any of our 13 wines. Can't get to Gin Creek? Gin Creek wines are now available at your local package store, making it even more convenient for you to relax and enjoy your weekday wind down with a sip of history from Gin Creek Vineyards.
Have you heard about the great Georgia-grown oils and flours made by Oliver Farm in Pitts, Georgia? This family-owned and operated business are pioneers in the field and are proud to offer you freshly pressed, straight-off-the-farm cooking oils. Use them like you would any other oil. Great for marinades, dressings, sautéing, frying, and grilling. Check out our webpage, oliverfarm.com, and see what we have to offer. Then pick up a bottle at Carroll's for your next cooking adventure.
All right, well, welcome back, folks. I tell you, we've got an exciting guest here with us today. It's
I feel at home in the country.
Ruthie Garner from Albany, Georgia. Y'all
good to
seen
see
her?
you.
Oh, thank you. So I'll tell you what, it's so nice to have you on, and
This is
enjoyed-
always fun.
always enjoy getting together and cooking with you. It's always
know,
a good
it
time.
is.
Yeah,
It is. And you know, another thing too, because I looked at your different ingredients, and when you first look at everything that you've got out here, it looks like breakfast. But we grew up where my mom would do maybe every other week. We would have breakfast at night: pancakes, bacon, scrambled eggs, grits. It was
Oh, I
wonderful,
used to
and I
love it.
still do that. It tastes good at night.
It is. It's
So this
it
is for breakfast,
wonderful.
or
You can do it breakfast,
Lunch
lunch,
or
or dinner. Or the thing I like about this is even for kids, and we're using a mild pan sausage in
Mm-hmm.
this recipe today, by the way. So you can use a medium or hot or whatever you want to put.
Whatever
if you
you
want to
taste.
spice it up, but you can make these at night, have them for dinner, and then what's left over, just take them with you the
Hey.
next morning, warm it up, and
there's your breakfast.
on the
And then
go.
you can
That's
go.
it. Yep.
Okay.
Put a little
all right.
syrup on it, and you're good to go.
And another thing that you're doing, as you always do with Carroll Sausage and Meats, is that you're promoting Georgia products.
Georgia
grown
grown. That's right.
products.
Yep. Yep. We're using
This looks
Back
good.
to the Basics 101 pancake mix. This is something we carry at
Mm-hmm.
the store, both locations in Ashburn and Sylvester. And you can find her
see?
products around a lot of other places
And
too.
this makes it so simple. It's already
It's
all
already
together
mixed
in
and
the
ready.
packet.
You just add you go right by the directions on the
Okay.
back. That makes this about as simple as you
Oh,
can
yeah.
get it.
Can't mess up.
Other than we're adding a little sausage to it today
Okay.
to
All
do
right.
that. But this is a Back to the Basics 101 pancake and waffle mix. We're going to be making this, I'm calling these Carroll sausage cakes. Basically, it's going to be a pancake with Carroll sausage in it.
Is that going to be? This is going to be in the next book.
It will be in the next
Okay.
cookbook. And the recipes also be available on our
I just thought I'd do a
website
little
and
promotion on the
Facebook. There
next
you go.
book.
Our
Okay,
next
how's
book.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, if you
All
want,
right, what do
you
we
can go
do
ahead and
first?
empty. You
Okay.
can go ahead and empty that in the bowl. And the recipe calls for 1 1/3 cups of milk. But you know this is an all natural product, so sometimes it may soak the milk up and be a little more,
Okay.
little thicker than what you want it. So you may have to add a little more milk to it. But
All right.
yeah,
yeah,
we go.
just
Yeah, the
all
whole
this at one
bag. Yeah,
time?
let's do the whole bag.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm going to use, we're going to put about 3 or 4 tablespoons of Oliver Farms sunflower oil, some of the best.
Another good
I'm going
Georgia
to add a little
product.
bit of that in here.
All right. And just
Okay. Yep, and then there's your spoon.
Okay.
And I'll add you, if
are
you
you
want
going
to
to add
start
this
mixing,
in?
I'll add.
Okay.
Like I said, a recipe called for 1 1/3 cup milk, but it may take a little more than that, especially because I'm going to be adding sausage to it. So may have to add, here's an egg. We're going to put an egg. We're going to add 1 egg.
All right.
Already got it cracked ready. Set these over
add a little more
here.
to
Yeah,
this,
just
a little
kinda
thick.
keep adding.
All right.
But you just want to kind of get that mixed up. You know, you don't have to use a electric mixer, just a spoon. Just kind of mix it together and get it to the
This
consistency
helps you
you
work up
want.
appetite too, doesn't it?
Oh,
Some
yeah,
of
that's
the
right.
reason here?
Yep.
Okay.
Now she has, Miss Ginger has pancake mixes like we're using here. She also has, gosh, she's got
Okay.
brownies. There's blueberry muffins. There's pumpkin bread mixes.
I mean, if you
banana
can't
bread.
find it
Oh,
there,
this
you're not
is-
going to find it probably.
All kinds of.
Okay, go
Need
ahead.
some more milk.
All right.
And you can actually
made a
use
mess.
you can actually use a little buttermilk if you want to, if you want to use buttermilk, you can use that as well,
Okay.
which I like. Just plain milk's good in it, but just use regular whole milk. Probably need a little bit more,
Yeah,
don't
we
we?
do. Okay.
See, this is going to be a little closer to 2 cups, which I thought
And I
that
guess
would be.
depending on your taste of how you like your pancakes, either
Right.
really thick or if you want them thin.
Yeah, and you can kind of keep thin. I'm going to go ahead and thin these a little more because I'm going to need
Okay.
to add that sausage in there.
All right.
Go ahead, mix that. I went ahead and to save a little time, browned a pound of sausage. So I don't know if I want to use a whole full pound or not. Actually, I think this was about 1.5 pounds.
This
so
cannot be
may not-
bad, you
I
know
may
that?
not use not. Yeah, that's
It
pretty
looks good.
I just browned this, drained it. You drain your grease off. That was actually 1.5 pounds, so I'm not going to use. 1 pound is, I think 1 pound.
Okay.
plenty for
Do
the.
you want to add a little more milk, or do you want
I
this
think
consistency
so.
like
Maybe
this,
a
or
little more, don't you think?
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Okay,
That'll be
okay.
good, I think, right there. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get the, set that over out of the way. I'll get us a little butter going on this. Now I'm using here's our syrup. We're going to put some of that on there later.
How many
That's in the
different
way.
brands or types or flavors of syrups do you carry?
Oh gosh, we've got
Several, right?
several: blueberry, peach, old-fashioned cane, pure cane syrup, different sizes.
Is this good or you want a little more milk?
I think that. You think that's? I believe it's good.
Okay.
Looks good.
Okay.
I'm going to use a flat top skillet. I've got it preheated to about 350, or maybe a little bit better than 350. I just want to kind of cover that with a little butter.
Are we through with this, or are you going to use
Yeah,
it
I'm
again?
done. We're
Are you
done
through?
with
Okay.
that. Yep, there we go. All right.
Okay, it's all
I'll
up to you. You
try
ready?
to do this with just a spoon here. Yeah, there we go. That looks good.
This is a neat little, easy
Yeah,
one.
just a little countertop skillet. I need to turn my heat up just a little
Okay.
bit. Get a little bit up there, maybe about 400. Get it to sizzling. You just want to kind of spoon those out like this. Let them brown.
I've never had sausage pancakes.
Oh, these
I've
be
had
good.
sausage on the side with my pancakes, but this is real different.
Yep, and you just add, once you get them ready, once they get, brown them on both sides, and add some, whatever your flavor syrup that you want.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. All right, I think we got one side ready.
Right. This got a little bit thick, so I'm going to add a little more milk. Is that all right?
Oh yeah,
Chef?
yep. That's the thing you have to do with this is
Can I
it
watch
does,
it?
it thickens as it sits because it is an all natural type. Yeah, these are looking good. I need a wider spatula. I didn't have one. A little
You're
bit
doing all right.
wider
You're doing
works
okay.
a little better, but
Yeah, you just want to be sure it's done in the middle.
yep, that's it.
Look at you. You've done this before, haven't you?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, just let those brown on both sides good, and we'll plate these up. Cover them up with some good old country cane syrup, and there you go.
You don't need a bacon unless you just want to add bacon because you've got
That's
your
right.
sausage
You got
in there.
sausage in there, and put a little syrup on it. That's all you got to have.
Oh, yeah.
Good to go.
You can scramble some eggs or add some grits. Southern staple.
There we go.
We good? Okay.
All right, folks, y'all
All
don't
right.
go anywhere.
Um,
Got the country cane syrup.
there you go. Your favorite. All right.
Okay.
We're going to watch those. We'll take a break.
Yep, let's take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
The Georgia Grown logo is a symbol of quality throughout our nation. Georgia is nature's favorite state, where agriculture is the #1 business. Learn about agro-tourism, explore unique farming venues, and see where your food comes from on the Georgia Grown trails. In season, you can purchase fresh Georgia produce and other fine Georgia Grown products. Help grow Georgia's economy and support your neighbors by purchasing products with the Georgia Grown logo.
At Lori Joe's, we strive to bring you the best products made from the finest and locally sourced produce around. Our store is stocked with a variety of Georgia-grown products and gifts. We always have our homemade chicken salad and pimento cheese ready and waiting for you. So come see us at 4428 U.S. Highway 319 North in Norman Park, Georgia, where we are preserving flavor, food, and fun. Or visit us at lorijoes.com and we will ship right to your home.
The freshest meats from the farm to your table. You know it's good when you see that Carroll's label. Sausage just like Grandpa used to make. Mouth-watering ribs, chops, bacon, and steak. Your family's gonna love it, so do yourself a favor. Carroll Sausage and Meats, your choice for mealtime flavor.
Goods of Pecans is your family-owned source known for growing pecans with exceptional taste and quality. Now introducing a variety of all-natural pecan butters alongside their toasted gourmet treats. Taste for yourself their flavors of cinnamon, sugar, sea salt, and brand new sriracha. Don't forget to put pecan butter on your shopping list this season. And remember to shop Georgia Grown. Visit goodsofpecans.com to learn more about the products, view recipes, and to purchase pecans and pecan butter for your family.
Okay, folks, a quick little something for supper. Come see us at Carroll Sausage in Ashburn and Sylvester. We've got some of the best mushroom raviolis that you'll find anywhere by good buddy Frank Mucci and Vince Mucci out of Detroit, Michigan. They are from Italy, and they are making the real Italian style raviolis. They got noodles, they got all kinds of stuff, and we carry it all at Carroll Sausage. This stuff is so easy. You just pop the noodles right into a pan of boiling water, simmer it off for about 5 or 10 minutes, drain the water, add a can of evaporated milk and some butter and a little bit of my garlic butter seasoning. Let it simmer for maybe another 3 or 4 minutes, and you got a meal right there. It's all ready to go. And these are fresh, made fresh, stuffed with fresh mushrooms. And it is super, super good. Everybody want Carroll's, y'all come see us. Stay tuned.
This is Business Spotlight.
It's been 30 years since all of this started, and boy, have they grown. They being Carroll Sausage and Meat Company, and Hugh Hardy is the CEO, and you oversee everything, and you check behind your people, and as far as the meats and everything. But I want to do a little walk back in time, if we can, with history. How did all this start for you?
Well, I purchased the company back in 2001, and we have just taken it. It started off in Sycamore, Georgia, and we've taken it since then, and we have just grown and to this huge store right here on Interstate 75 in Ashburn, and also our store there in Sylvester, Georgia, right on Highway 82. We've built our business based on good quality products and most of all customer service. Our employees, they love our customers. They love waiting on people, and so that's all those things combined has helped us to grow and expand.
Yeah. And people come, because you started out focusing on meats. Of course, you've got thousands of products in this main store where we are today in Ashburn. But your meat counter, people are just amazed. They'll walk from one end where the beef is all the way to the other end to the sausage. Yeah. But your type of meats that you pick and choose, if you will, in your recipes, that's what separates you from a lot of the other guys in the business, right? Yep,
exactly. We make a lot of our products right here in-house. All of our sausages are made right here. We make couple, 2 or 3 different kinds of bacons. We have, we do our own stuffed jalapenos and our stuffed mushrooms. We make about 50 varieties of sausage, anywhere from mild to hot to jalapeno and cheese. Valdez onion and cheese was our flavor of Georgia Winter in 2017, and medium smoked hit the People's Choice Award in 2016. So a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, that was then. This is now.
Yeah, that's right.
Plan to spend a couple hours in here. Bring your cooler.
Definitely. Bring a big cooler.
Thanks, Hugh.